Hello students, today I am here with the fourth video on the lesson Life Process. Today I will be explaining about double circulation, single circulation and blood pressure. In my previous video, I had explained you about the structure of the heart and how the blood flows in the heart. During my explanation, I had told you that how blood comes in the heart and goes out of the heart. I have explained you about the structure that the human heart is four-chambered, that is left atrium, left ventricle, right atrium and right ventricle. The left part of the heart and the right part of the heart are separated by a wall that is called septa. And during the explanation, I had told you that how oxygenated blood from the lungs through the pulmonary veins comes into the left atrium, then through bicuspid valve goes into the left ventricle, from left ventricle through semilunar valve it enters into the aorta, from where the oxygenated blood is distributed to all parts of the body. And then from the body, the deoxygenated blood comes back again to the heart. But this time it comes to the right part of the heart with the help of superior and inferior vena cava into the right atrium. Then through the tricuspid valve, it enters into the right ventricle. From right ventricle, through the semilunar valve, the deoxygenated blood goes into the pulmonary arteries, which takes this deoxygenated blood to the right and the left lungs for oxygenation by the process of diffusion between carbon dioxide and oxygen. So you have seen that the blood comes to the heart twice in one cycle, and this is what is called double circulation. You can see in the figure how the pulmonary veins, they are bringing the oxygenated blood from the lungs to the left part of the heart, and from there through aorta it is distributed to the body, and from the body with the help of vena cava the deoxygenated blood comes to the right part of the heart, and then with the help of pulmonary arteries the deoxygenated blood goes to the lungs, where the blood is again oxygenated and the cycle continues. So the blood circulation in human heart is double circulation. This means that the blood passes through the heart twice for each circuit of the body. One circulation involves the entry of blood from all body parts into the heart. This blood is deoxygenated, which goes to lungs for oxygenation. The second circulation involves entry of oxygenated blood from lungs into the heart, and then its distribution to all parts of the body. This is what is called double circulation. Double circulation is made possible because the human heart is divided into two halves. One half pumps deoxygenated blood to the lungs and the other half pumps oxygenated blood to the rest of the body. Now the question arises, why there is need for the separation of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood in animals like birds and mammals? And the answer is the separation of right side and the left side of heart is useful to keep oxygenated and deoxygenated blood from mixing. Such separation allows a highly efficient supply of oxygen to the body. Again, I repeat, this separation allows a highly efficient supply of oxygen to the body. This is useful in animals that have high energy needs, such as birds and mammals, which constantly use energy to maintain their body temperature. And you have already studied in class 9th that birds and mammals are warm-blooded animals. So what are warm-blooded animals? Warm-blooded animals are those animals which require high energy needs to maintain their body temperature. Their body temperature is not controlled by the environment. As we all know, our body temperature is constant. That is 37 degrees Celsius, or you can say 98.6 degree Fahrenheit. But in animals that do not use energy for this purpose, the body temperature depends on the temperature in the environment, and such animals are known as cold-blooded animals. Such animals like amphibians and many reptiles. In class 9th in lesson diversity, you have already studied that amphibians, they have 3-chambered heart, and reptiles have 3-chambered heart except crocodile. Crocodile have 4-chambered heart. Now they can tolerate some mixing of oxygenated and deoxygenated bloodstream. And in class 9th, you have already studied that fishes, that is Pisces, they have 2-chambered heart. And the blood is pumped to the gills, is oxygenated there, and passes directly to the rest of the body. So here in fishes, blood goes only once through the heart in the fish during one cycle of passage through the body, and this is what is called single circulation. So you must have understood what is double circulation and what is single circulation, and why there is need for the separation of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood in birds and mammals. Now, I will let you know what is blood pressure. The force that blood exerts against the wall of a vessel is called blood pressure. This pressure is much greater in arteries than in veins. Already I have explained in my previous video the difference between arteries and veins and why blood pressure is more in arteries than in veins. The pressure of blood inside the artery during ventricular systole, that is contraction, is called systolic pressure, and the pressure in artery during ventricular diastole, that is relaxation, is called diastolic pressure. The normal systolic pressure is about 120 mm of Hg. Hg means mercury. And the diastolic pressure is 80 mm of Hg. The blood pressure is measured with an instrument called sphygmomanometer. High blood pressure is also called hypertension, and it is caused by the constriction of arterioles. I had already explained you about arterioles when I told you about the blood vessels, arteries, veins and capillaries, which results in increased resistance to blood flow. It can lead to the rupture of an artery and internal bleeding. So this is what is blood pressure. So students, when next we will meet, I will explain you about transport in plants. But before that, there are some questions that you have to do in your copy. The first question is define double circulation and single circulation. Second, draw a neat and labeled diagram showing the blood circulation in human body. Question number 3, define warm-blooded and cold-blooded animals with 2 examples of each. Question number 4, why oxygenated and deoxygenated blood are separated in birds and mammals. Question number 5, what is blood pressure? Name the instrument by which blood pressure is measured. Next question, what is hypertension? How it is caused and what is its side effect? Question number 7, what is the normal systolic and diastolic pressure? So thank you students.